Hello! Hi guys! Good morning! Hello! How are you all doing? Hi! It's Monday! And it's sunny! It's sunny! It's somehow sunny in the UK again. Good morning everybody! How are we all doing? Yeah, fuck yeah! Sven Kaiser coming in with a 10 watch stream streak, very nice. Zurion 19, dear lord. Hello. Hey Lemony, how you doing? Azzy, good to see you guys. Yeah, right, how you doing? Good morning-ish. Hey Ender, hi. Hands on the potato computer. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, this computer is fine, but it melted under the weight of everything else trying to get it to do last night. So, yeah, it was tough times. But this is fine, you know, having like 8 apps open and Clip Studio and drawing, like that's fine. That's not a problem. Yeah, God, guys, I woke up this morning so tired. I was not ready, but I've had a hot chocolate. I should have had a coffee, but I have a Pepsi Max, so that's gonna tide me over. And yes, more. Oh, good morning, Kiva. How you doing? Yes, need more frantic dancer. Oh, guys, so I played my first horror game ever on stream, and I don't usually play horror games, and of all the games to play, it was one where, so it was playing Species Unknown, and the first level is where you cannot shoot the monsters, you have to just run, and these monsters just freaked me the fuck out. So I've never even seen a horror game where this would happen. So the monsters like grab you and try to pull your head towards them, and if you make eye contact with them, they rip your face off. Oh, it was so stressful. Yeah, I've got my Fitbit on, and my heart rate last night was 110. For context, guys, it's normally 60, maybe 65. It was 110. Oh, so yeah, last night was stressful, guys. But it's okay. After we discovered water in that game, and then it broke my PC. For some reason, the settings made no difference to the water. It was like, you know, fucking 2030 water rendering, you know, it's absolutely melted my PC. So we played some Pal World for the first time on stream as well. And we had 2 Renamons. It was so delicious. So that's my stream last night. We had a good time. I screamed a lot. Unfortunately awake, says. Well, it's good to see you here. Hello. Oh, and it's sunny in Sweden as well, Emily. That's nice to hear. Oh, I need to get back to Sweden. I miss NFC. Oh, I've applied to go back like 3 times, and every time I have completely failed in getting any kind of room. It's a real shame. So busy now. Oh, get some chai in your body. Is it? Oh no, that's matcha. I was going to say matcha is the one that's bad to have with food, because matcha tea blocks iron absorption into your body. So it's not good. Not good if you want powerful blood. You should have it as a tea snack. Tea snack, yeah. Right. Having a cup of hot Pepsi. Yes, lad, we got the Pepsi kettle on. It's bubbling away, duck. The hot Pepsi. Oh, that sounds disgusting. Hot Pepsi. Oh, next stream, Amnesia. I've played Amnesia a long time ago. I think the Dark Descent, I think it's called, the first one. Oh, it's really good to see me again. Oh, likewise, Lemony. Yeah, welcome. Good to see you here. Amnesia is a nice, chill game. Oh, it would help. It would help with my heart rate, would it? Yeah. No, I've played it. Stop chatting shit. Come visit. I'll make you dinner. No mushy peas. My precious Scran. precious mushy peas. Oh yeah, let me let's change over the music to something more chill. Let's blow that up and then it should work. There we go. There we are. So we've got some nice chill Monday morning vibes, guys. Literally got royalty-free chill hot radio. I think so anyway. We'll find out. We'll find out. They said it was. We'll find out, guys. Zez, you'll boil Dr. Pepper and put a slice of lemon. What is wrong with you guys? What is with the soda boilers in chat today? Oh my lord. Azzy, it'd be nice to see me at NFC if you can manage it. Yeah, I'd love to come back. It's just, like I said, I've had terrible luck with trying to get a room. All right, hopefully you can't hear this on camera. My breakfast is a tiny little flapjack. So I'm opening it now. We're ASMRing now, right now, guys. I'm taking tiny bites. Last time I ate one of these on stream, guys, I ate because it's quite big. It's a big flapjack. I ate the entire thing in one bite, and I was just like for about like 3 minutes. Okay, teeny little bites. God, even the tiny bites. These things are so delicious, but they're so dry. Oh, it just sucks all the moisture right out of my mouth. Kiva mukbang stream. Yeah, I could get another camera and have a tiny. Cause that's what I need: more cameras, more software, more shit to like break my computer. Could have a tiny camera down here. We could have a flapjack cam. We could have a little food cam. Danza Scran cam. Yeah. Oh my god. Someone write that down. Danza Scran cam. Yeah. Lemonade. You're also sad. You poured your glass of SodaStream soda. Or you've poured yourself one. Don't ever drink that the day. Oh, no, the day after. No, yeah, don't do that. Otha. Just me eating an entire bag of flour. Oh, the large. What? It's so tall. It's so big. Oh my god. Oh, there we go. Wait. What if I perish? Oh, the head's too big. Look at it. Oh, there we go. Okay, we're back. Let's get big. Oh, yes, Scranza. So we can have the Scranza Camza. Yeah, sound good? Oh my god, we might have a backup camera actually somewhere. Oh my god, we could have a tiny webcam. A little Scran cam. All right, I have to eat this. I'm holding it right now, guys. I have to eat this. I need to sustain myself. I just... Oh! The clothes! The clothes are diminished. Oh, my goodness. Good redeem. We have reduced clothes for 5 minutes. Hello, Enigma. Welcome. I'm about to eat flapjack, and it's very dry. It's very delicious. And we're doing drawing today. So we're warming up. We're saying hi to chat. We're getting our hellos in. Hello. Good morning. Thank you for the follow. Okay. More. Ah, good flapjack. When is face reveal? My face is right here. Hi. There we go. You get a face reveal every day. Come on now. And if you're talking about my human flesh face, you'll have to find me at a FurCon. That's the rules. That's how we're doing this. Right, they cancel each other out. What, the Pepsi and the Coke? You created a flavor that can be best described as sparkling null. It's a mouthful of TV static. Oh, so sad. Sparkling null. Clothes off, but my panties. Yes, I look. There are things that I must abide by, and the delicious shinies must remain. Okay, I'm doing what I can work with. All right. Oh, vibrating dancer. Yeah, the jiggly dancer. Yeah. We like a good bit of vibration now and again. What happens if Tailcam are deprived of the latex gear? Oh, well, yeah, there's still a smidge of it, obviously, but you just get to see more. You get to see more dragon. You know, you get to see more of this. Hey, Viking, welcome. Good to see you. Oh, good pie shots. Zary's Arts, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, we're just about to get into a bit of arting ourselves. Hey, Rotit, hello, good morning. And yes, if I missed anyone, hello, good morning. It's sunny here, so I'm going to go for a run after this. Free pie, yep, everyone free pie. Free pie with every follow. Oh, excuse me. Oh, that flapjack. Oh, goodness. Oh, that flapjack. Nom. Don't mind me. I'm just finishing the last of the flapjack. Okay? I'll be 1 second. Good. Good flapjack. Okay, right. So, let's... So, guys, I might do some free art later, and I've not even said anything about that. So, let me see if I can get clip to come up. There we go. Let's clip. Clip Studio. So, I might do some free art for you guys later. I might do a raffle. On the fence, if I will or not, I might do. I'll focus on doing some nice warm-ups and stuff, but I've got my big YCH board that I keep adding to. So if I do one later, I will, you guys can enter, and then whoever wins picks a pose, and we go from there. And I change it to be your character, your species, etc., etc. Yeah, I just thought I'd show you guys, update you on the board so far. I keep adding more to the big board. Road tip, you had to change the PSU. Oh. Cheap. Oh, no. Yeah, you don't want to cheap out on the power supply. Oh, goodness. Yeah, not a fireworks show. Oh, huge headache. Yeah. Especially if you have a lot of connectors. Now, the power supplies now, I've noticed a lot of them are very modular, which is nice. But the old one that I had with the old computer literally was like this. It was, it had the grid in the back right, and it had just millions of cables that you couldn't take out. They had to just stay there and were like this. Was so goddamn long, and I just had to like stuff them into the computer. And now at least these days they're modular, where you can plug in the ones you need. Yeah, that shit sucked. That was a real shame. Bit of Danzalube. Why are we talking about Danzalube? Hello. We're talking about my wet mouth. Yes, wait, wet mouth. Wait, get big. Yes. There we go. There we go, big mouth. Oh, of course it was. Yes, we had the bottle of Danzaloo. Of course we did. Of course. Now it all comes together. I see, Rotate. Cause your CPU to undervolt a lot. Oh, there we go. Yeah, so that's another little animation thing that I've put together. All right, yeah, my mouth is negative moisture right now. It is real deserty like up in there. There we go. A big sippy of Pepsi Max. That'll sort me out, you know. Okay, yeah, so these are some ICHs. So I might do a free raffle for you guys later. I'm curious to see what happens if I don't advertise it, if I just do it. If I just do it later. Because then, right, here's the theory. You guys that have shown up, you've genuinely shown up because you want to come and hang out and chill and you want to watch what I do. And I'd rather reward you guys and not just be like, "Ooh, free art" all the time. Like, so I do quite a lot of those. I do quite a lot of free raffles. So you know how it is. Like, I wouldn't want it where people only come to my streams because they just want to grab something for free and leave. You know, I enjoy talking to you guys. I enjoy hanging out. So, where's my Discord gone? Yeah. So I'm going to practice some construction today, guys. I'm doing my warm-ups. I'm trying to get better with drawing. Trying to practice construction every work day, Monday to Friday, you know. Oh, good morning, Glint. How are you doing? Hello. Should have had that coffee. Oh, I really want coffee. That would be the dream right now. So both me and Cub the Char, with both streaming, so there's no one left in the house who could make coffee. So I need a little kobold maid to come and make coffee for me, you know? That's what I need. That's what I need right now. Little kobold maid. Watch this. You're gonna see that. Oh no! Did I just paint the entire canvas? Yes. See, I'm a professional artist. There we go. There we go. Immediately messing up the canvas. I'm gonna draw some legs. We're gonna draw some legs, guys. So I am experimenting a little bit with an approach where, you know, I do the stick man. You know, I start with the stick man, but just keep it really simple. Keep the stick man really simple, and then build it up into my shapes, like right after, you know. Like that. The thing is, right? Most people say they cannot draw, and that's a lie. They just need to learn. They just need to spend maybe a half day learning this amazing stickman technique, where because we can all draw stickman. Everyone knows how to do this, right? It's this, but with some extra steps. So it's literally like, yeah, it's literally like this, and then, you know, you try and get the proportions a bit better. And you start off with that, and then that's literally where it goes from. It goes from there, you know? All right, I'm here for the Dan and here for the Scran. Yeah, we definitely need a Dan Scran cam, I think. I think that'd be really good. Oh, Enigma, how long have we been streaming for? So today I've been streaming for half an hour, but in total I've been streaming for about 3 weeks. I think this is week 3 or so. Yeah, about 3 weeks. I've been streaming on Twitch. Yeah, it's been about 3 weeks. Yes, thank you, Lexa. Yes, I also hope my PC actually works today. That was, yeah, we put the PC through the ringer last night. We really did. Yeah, there's quite a lot to put it through. Fade this down. Yeah, I need to think about that because I have a lot of things running and the hand tracking and stuff is really nice. I spoke to a few friends and some people have streaming PCs, so they'll have 2 computers to do this. So when I was trying to make the point last night because you guys like didn't believe me when I'm saying I can play my hardware specs are below. I can play most games on high or ultra graphics when it's just me on my own, when I'm not streaming, because OBS uses quite a bit of CPU. When you're streaming, when you're a Blue Dragon, when you have hands and fingers that can do this saucy goodness, when you've got a separate chat app, and when you have 4 monitors. So I've got 2K monitors, a normal 1080, I think, and then a smaller one for you guys. You guys have your own chat. So the total resolution that is used across all, it's obscene. So I think that's part of it as well. There's a lot going on. So I'm just trying to defend my potato PC, okay? I don't think it'd be that way, actually. Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to practice a bit more, just ideas of different ways I'd like to construct and build shapes. And it always starts with cylinders, you know? Always starts with cylinders. I want to do some practice where I'm doing just hands. Hands are a big one because of how complex they are, you know? This is my first warm up of the day, so I can tell I'm rusty because lines aren't quite going where I want them to go. So I can tell I'm rusty, but we'll get there. We'll get there, guys, you know? There we go. Just some nice shapes here. Hey, Snavel, hello. You also followed. Hello, welcome. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. Oh my lord, big pies. Oh, see, I want to eat that. I want to eat that, not a dry fucking flapjack. The flapjack was nice. Look, I'm shit talking the flapjack. It was fine. Flapjack was fine. Yeah, so I feel like I have a decent handle on how I draw feet. I think feet are okay. However, you'll find certain angles of whatever you draw. If it feels really difficult, then yeah, there's more work to be done, you know. More learning to be had in terms of good construction. There you go. And we have a foot. We have a tootsie. We have a tootsie, guys. Look, we have one of these. Hey, there we go. We got a bean. We got some beans going. Let me just reset that. There we go. Danza the Amazing. Oh, you're too kind. Come on now. Danza professional. Oh my god, yes. Yes, Otha. I do love drawing my cylinders, you know? I'm a big fan, you know? I'm a big fan of drawing like good cylinders, like so this is like a pipe, you know? So this is a pipe, you know? And some pipes have like they need like that metal ring around them to keep them like when you have high pressure, you know? Like when you play Satisfactory. Hey Neo, thank you for the follow. You know, high pressure pipes. It's like when you're playing Satisfactory, you know, and you're dealing with steam and turbines and stuff like that. Yeah, so I'm trying to draw. Where's my soft eraser? Here we go. So yeah, it's I often say that I feel like I'm a slow artist. I'm trying to take my time more. I'm trying to think a bit more about my sketch lines before I draw them. And it helps a lot. It's really good. It's really good for not having to erase as much. But sometimes I do like to erase simply just to simplify things, to soften things down. Oh, and I say it all the time on this channel, guys. Liquify. Dear Lord, use Liquify. It's so good. Oh, what flavor is the pie? So it kind of looks like it's a strawberry or raspberry pie, but we all know it's blueberry inside. Yeah. Danza, that's not really a pipe, is it? Kiva, that was absolutely a pipe. I don't know what you're talking about. That's like a standard. That is your standard industrial pipe. You know, A pipe engineered, not not insidious steam, you know? Yeah. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, so the music I'm listening to is Chill Hop Radio, which I'm sure you've all heard of. This should be totally fine for me to play on stream. They said it was, and if it's not, we're going to find out. So we'll find out together. Learning experience together, guys. Yeah, it's just some nice chill Monday morning vibes, you know? Yeah, it's one of the reasons I started streaming, guys. I wanted to make something. I wanted to be a bit of the change that I want to see in the world, and a lot of what I was seeing was very negative. And I just wanted to bring something a bit nicer. And being on Twitch here with you guys has been really nice. It's been good for my mental health, and hopefully it helps to lift up your day a little bit. You know, your daily dose of Danza. Yeah. So it just rolls off the tongue. It was meant to be, guys. It was meant to be. Oh, hey Mamalu, thank you for the follow. Oh, that pie got me right on the elbow. Welcome. Oh, it should be sleeping. Oh, what time is it if you rotate? Oh, there's no music. Shit. Why? Oh, there isn't. Oh, I'm so sorry. That is because it's the goddamn Spotify app. Okay, 1 minute. Where is that? It should be. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right. All right. Thank you for telling me. Let me fix that for you. That should be working. Oh, because it's okay. God damn it, Spotify. Okay. That should work. There we go. We got nice soft piano. Pull up, get yourself a coffee or a tea or something nice. There we go. We got the gentle piano going. That should be working now, guys. Oh, I should have had a coffee. This music is so cafe coded, as they say, you know. Certainly is. So yes, construction, hands. I need to practice hands more. So let's zoom in. Let's erase this down a bit and do some hands. So I like to simplify hands into 2 digits, like of the fingers, and then I only tend to do 3 if it feels like I want that extra, like that extra shape, the extra gesture, you know. And I often will. So like if that looks a bit flat, like you know, if the shapes could be more interesting, I will go in and specify, because then you can just split it again like this. And this isn't perfect. That's not a perfect ratio, but it's quite close. So it's a really nice way just to make hands feel a bit overwhelming. You just split them in half and split them again. You split the 2nd and 3rd digit again. And specifically, if we're going to zoom in hands, it's so you can do stuff like this. So you can really exaggerate the shapes of these final digits. But sometimes you'll find that it feels like it's too much, like it's too much detail. Like it's almost like you don't want to draw that much attention to them. Hat draw. That's what I'm doing. But I find when you're drawing hands, it's the underside that's more interesting. So if you have a hand digit that's just doing this, so if we split it and split it again, and you've got the claw at the end, right, like this, you can just go like this, and that looks fine for most fingies. But if you want that extra detail, you can kind of keep the top quite firm. I like doing this. I over-exaggerate the thickness of the bean digit, you know, the very end. And you can kind of keep this 2nd digit, 1, 2, 3. You keep the 2nd digit, you know, contrasted. So you keep the 2nd digit nice and curved, nice and flat rather, and then you bring it back out. You make it thick and plump again. So it's like we have thick, and then we have oh, that's also okay. So we have thick, thin, And back to thick, like that. Just little things like that. It's a simple thing in concept, just a bit of contrast, but it really adds up, you know? When that multiplies across the whole picture, it can look really nice. Otha, what fluid is this pipe transporting? Blueberry milkshake. Yeah. Azzy, flicking through your binders at Confuzzled and seeing so many industrial pipes. Oh yeah, it's a whole factory. That book is a factory of pipes. Azzy. Daily dose of Daddy Danza. The 4Ds, yes. Absolutely. I realise I don't like... There we go. I don't like how that felt. I might have to redo some of this. I don't want the hand doing this. I want it a bit more resty. Resty, that's an official word. Just a bit more relaxed on the leg there. Look at that, guys. Liquefy for the win every time. I swear to God, it's so good. It's this this index finger here I want to try to exaggerate. Try and get a nice shape from this. Like I was just saying, I want that plump bean, guys. I'm hunting for those plump beans. Yeah, something like that. So hands, you know, artists, we tend to like to ignore the hands and hide from them, but I've gone right in on that hand. There we go. And it's like any other part of drawing. It's all gestures and shapes and stuff like that. So I don't like how the wrist here leads directly straight into the arm here. So I'm going to intentionally move things around a bit. I want to do something like this. And it'll help the arm look a bit more relaxed as well. Something like that. Yeah. I'm going to go like this instead. And the wrist is typically, you can break the wrist up into 2 segments. It's not just one turn. I don't know if we'll have the room to really exaggerate that much. There we go, something like that. Again, we're practicing construction. Here we go. We did it, guys. You have a hand, kinda. Yeah. We need millennial burger restaurant music that charges £18 for a burger without fries. Harry, hello, good morning. Lemony, also Danza, would you like a homemade blueberry crumble pie? Oh, that sounds amazing. Yes, absolutely. Okay, we're gonna invent some more hands, guys. So a big part of this is I'm testing myself. I'm seeing what can I draw in terms of construction without a reference. And when it gets difficult, if I keep making mistakes and I'm really struggling, that really simply just tells me, it's a feedback loop. It's a feedback system that just tells me, yeah, I need to work more on this. My visual library sucks for that thing, you know? And what's cool about when you construct like this, there's no true definitive way to build, like when you're building characters and designs. You can decide, you can do it however you want. You can obviously take inspiration from other artists and nature, geometry, all sorts, but at the end of the day, like it's up to you how you know, how you build. It's see, I want this hand to feel a bit different. I want this to look a bit different. I might want this hand to be much more foreshortened, I think. Okay, this will be... Yeah, so it should be much shorter, this one. I'm bunching these 2 fingers together. That's something you see artists do quite often. Just for the sake of simplicity, while I'm just trying to figure out what kind of pose I even want for that. And that's the thing, guys. I'm trying to figure out what pose I want for the fingers here. And much like when you're trying to feel out a pose for an entire character, it's one of these things. You just got to respect the fact that hands are very complicated in their own right. So, yes, they're difficult but it's because they are complicated, and you can get a lot. You can get a lot done with a good hand pose, you know. I want this to come down, so that's a nightmare. That makes no sense. Okay, let's fix that. Okay. Something like that. I think I might need to be a smidge bigger. Use that liquefy tool, chonken up the hand. That's the word, right? Chonken. We embiggen the hands. There we go. Harry, you're amazed you're awake at this time. Oh well, I'm glad you've managed to unfuck your sleep pattern a little bit here. Good to see you. Yeah, welcome. Good morning. Yeah, my sleep routine before streaming was also garbage, and it's been good. It's been good, guys. I've been making sure I wake up every day for you, getting these streams in, you know. So as you can see, guys, think about how much time I've spent just doing hands here, versus how much time this could do. Like the time I've spent here could have built the rough sketch of the entire of the pose, but it's just how hands can be. They can be there's just a lot going on. But it's up to you. You could just keep them really simple if you'd like. You don't have to do all this. There we go. But I'm a sucker for suffering sometimes. There we go. Still needs to be a bit larger, I think. Oh, there we go. We're getting there, guys. There we go. Got some hands in there. Got some handsies. So, guys, this is where I'd like your input. What species do I make this? Yeah, they need to fit the rough pose, but hey, give us some species ideas. And yes, you can suggest your own species. I don't mind if you're a little bit self-indulgent with your requests. There you go, this is sat in a log. Oh, bigger beans. Bigger beans? Bigger beans. There we go. Better late than never. How am I? Yeah, I'm good, Leon. Thank you. Yeah, I was very tired this morning. But I was up late last night getting scared, getting panicked, playing Species Unknown. So I think the VOD is up now of me just shitting my pants, basically. And then we played some Power World. We played some nice Power World to calm down. I do like that. Hopefully you guys can hear the music now. We've got some nice chill. We've got some cafe vibes. We're at the cafe. We're at the Blueberry Cafe. But yes, I was just talking this morning about how... So I'm not going to be putting stream notifications on Twitter anymore because shitter is just garbage. And I'm sick of... I don't know what they've done to my account, but for years now, my account has been so heavily suppressed. Where the only time my post gets seen by any of you guys is if the post gets maybe 25 to 50 retweets within the first 5 minutes. If it doesn't get that, it gets seen by almost nobody. It's so cursed. It's such a brutal algorithm that... Like, I have 40,000 followers there, and it feels like I have barely anything at all, which is really bad when you're trying to run a business, you know? It's one of those moments, guys. It's one of those moments where it feels like work, you know? I want to enjoy myself, hang out with you guys, and have a good time. And sometimes there are moments where, obviously, I have to think about the metrics and the numbers and the reach and all that shit. And unfortunately, Twitter has just been terrible for me for a long time. Blue Sky is good, but Blue Sky, I talked about this as well, that it feels like I'm not really growing there at all. So I don't know what's going on. It's a weird one, but I will try to keep to a consistent stream schedule, guys. So you guys will know Monday through to Thursday. Yeah, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday will be morning art streams, and then we have a few gaming streams in the evening. In the evenings, you know. Okay, we are immediately chonking this guy up. getting thick. It's too much. What have I done? There we go. Oh, a lunar manned sky scale. Is a sky scale from... Is that something from Guild Wars? Bigger beans. Maybe a bunny. Oh, a bunny. Yeah, a big dummy bunny. It's a bunny that likes to work out. A buff bun. So we have the duck, werewolf, orca, giraffe, worgen, a Rayquaza. My lord, that's... It's a Monster Hunter. It's a Monster Hunter monster, right? Rayquaza. Or is it... Fuck. I think it is. I think I might have drawn one before. Maybe. If I have, it was a long time ago. Yeah, it's a bot purge and like actual Twitter accounts were deleted. Yeah, that's ridiculous. Yeah, that website's garbage. That's an example of where, you know, it feels like work. Like I'm posting to a website I don't want to be involved in at all. But I have announced today I'm massively restricting what I post on Shitter. So I'm not putting stream updates. I'm not putting works in progress up there anymore. I'm keeping all of that to Blue Sky, to my Discord, guys. You know, I'll pop the Discord in again. We're building a community and it's going really well. So the Discord, guys, that's the place to be. You don't miss anything. You know, it's not all algorithmic bullshit. So it's kind of like forums, how forums were back in the days, guys. We are bringing it back. Yeah, so knees are... Yeah, knees are something I'm trying to get better with constructing. And again, I'm just kind of like inventing shapes here and seeing how I feel about it. And the better my shape work eventually becomes, the better shading, like the easier shading is to do. Yeah, something like that. There we are. Draw your cubby more. Aww. What, do I draw a buff cub? Yeah, I do kind of want to draw a werewolf. I have been thinking like big fluffy werewolf could be fun. Yeah, I want to do... So I feel like my facial construction, how I draw faces, could also do with work. So I tend to put in... I'll draw in the eyes like this, and I think what I should do is go bigger and draw kind of like the whole socket. I think that could help. So the eyes are going to look massive, but it's because I'm doing the whole socket-ish. Okay? That looking size-wise, that's fine. I might make the neck a smidge taller and moved over. There we go. I'm just thinking about like the connection for the neck here. I won't build that too much because I don't want to start having all these lines getting in the way of... See, that's too far over. I can fix this. We can do it live. There we go. Yeah. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. I might do this on a separate layer, actually. The joys of digital artwork, guys. Layers. Layers. Your RP account got hit. How strange. Weird. Blue Sky's nice, but there's no algorithm. Oh, interesting. You want to grow. Exactly, yeah. It's always been an issue of mine. I I swear to God, I feel like I'm not a good enough artist to get exposure on these websites. And to some of you, that might sound ridiculous, but I swear to God, I see it all the time where it's like my art style isn't attractive enough to get the necessary, okay? It gets some interest, but to get enough interest to get retweeted and posted and all that kind of stuff enough to where the algorithm's like, yes, we'll show this to more people. It's been a problem of mine for years. But the thing is, right, I have seen the solution to this. I have had people tell me the solution to this, and I don't like it. And the fastest solution is draw like someone who gets loads of retweets and exposure and fucking whatever. And I don't want to draw like someone else. I want to draw like me. You know, I don't want to be a cheap knockoff of someone else. And that's like the curse, really. The blessing and the curse. Like, I want to be original to how I want to be faithful to how I want to create artwork. But at the same time, it's just one of those things. Some people really enjoy my work, but apparently nowhere near enough people like it to kind of get that required level. You know, it's all algorithmic bullshit, you know, it's all toxic, negative shit, you know. So I try not to think about it, but yeah, I get times like this where I reflect on where my business is going. I'm just like, what the hell is happening? Like, where am I going? But the important thing, guys, is I love drawing, and I'm glad you guys are here. It's always been a problem of mine. I've always just struggled getting views, like getting the eyeballs, you know, getting people to actually see that I exist and I do work. But yes, I think a big part of it is down to maybe not what I know or don't know artistically in terms of style. Not style, in terms of technical knowledge. I think genuinely it's because I don't draw in a popular style.
Welcome to the Blueberry Den.
Oh my God!
We got Noodle Cam. Oh goodness, guys. Archine the Wusky, thank you for the sub. Oh, thank you so much for the support. Hello. Enjoy the 6 million blueberry emotes. All the dancers. Enjoy the breakfast emotes. My lord. Enjoy the brekkies. And yes, the ad-free experience. Thank you for the support. Thank you. I'm gonna make an angry. So yeah, I've not done this before. So I'm gonna try and build the, like building around the eye socket. I usually just draw the eyes. But this will be interesting. But yes, Fluffy.
Welcome to the Blueberry Den.
Oh my lord! What's happening today?
Oh my God!
There we go. Ah. Oh, Lemony, thank you. Hello again. Thank you for the sub. Thank you for the support, guys. That's really sweet of you. Thank you. Oh, you flatter me so. But yes, you know, it's one of those things. I'll keep working at it. I want to draw authentically to what I enjoy. You know, like how I draw. I think that's always going to be the primary thing, right? So I've seen it happen. I've seen people where they see other artists that do very well and they copy them, and then they do well. Oh no, the bits.
All the love and support for such an amazing artist.
Aww.
Purple heart
Thank you.
emoji. Purple heart
Aw.
emoji. Purple heart emoji. Purple heart emoji.
Oh,
purple heart
purple heart
emoji.
emoji. Purple heart emoji. Thank you, Archine. It's very sweet of you. I'm thinking how I want to do the teeth. I definitely want to give him big chompers. Yeah, he's gonna look delicious, but he's like mad he's there. He's angry that the fire's not as good as it should be. Oh yeah. If the purple is the heart, purple heart emoji. Purple heart emoji. Yes, thank you for the bits. Thank you so much. flip this. Yeah, I really, you guys know, I really enjoy the Liquify tool. It's so good for just kind of figuring out, like literally feeling out a pose where you can start moving things around. I don't think, I do a little bit of traditional. I have some traditional commissions I've got in the works. But for the most part, 99% of what I do is digital. I absolutely love it. It's gonna need big fluff, isn't it? Gonna need big old fluff. Big old fluff. But yes, my feelings about my own artwork, I don't talk about it much at all. I try to not talk about how I feel about my work on social media, because I've had mutuals, I've had people who were once upon a time, you know, friends, where they will see my posts where I'm like, oh my gosh, I really need to work more on artwork. I don't think I'm a good artist. Like I'm really struggling, etc., etc. And then their response is they think I'm just doing it for attention. Like I've had one person literally tell me I'm just doing it for the ass pats, and it's so fucking sad to see that that's what they took from it. So I very rarely open up about how I feel about my work. And you guys get it. You guys know social media is a curse. Like I only use it because it's a necessary part of my work, you know. But it's why we have the Discord. I'm trying to build a real community. We're trying to take it back to the old days before AI slop and algorithms, you know? We're just real people hanging out, you know, building a community. I think that's what it's about, you know? Give him some fluff. Yeah, give him a little bit of fluff. There we go. Yeah, definitely needs fluff. He needs to be a fluffy boy. Legally required to be a fluffy boy. Get all the fluff coming out. Sketching stream. Hey Folgo, how you doing? Welcome. All right, Road Tip. Good night. Have a good snoozy. Leon Danza, I love your art style. It's one of the most detailed ones. Oh my goodness. Aw. Well, I'm glad you appreciate it. The detail stuff. It's always really fun when people notice like the little Easter eggs that I put in my work as well. Yeah, they're always good fun. Soften. Oh, am I on a text layer? What have I just done? Of course. So guys, we need to make this a badass werewolf. So we need to give him some drip, you know. Maybe give him some cool clothes or some nice accessories. Maybe another ear, a second ear might be nice, you know. Are we kind enough, guys? Do we give him a second ear? There we go. Look, we're going to avoid all these nasty tangents, and we're just going to make things look nice. I'm going to flip that to make sure. There we go. There we are. Oh, I love that cheeky little eyelash in the eye. What a terrible thing to happen. Yeah, so I had a little go at practicing some fun knee shapes, so there we go. I'll do this on the other knee here. So I'm thinking about how I would shade this as well. I'm trying to be aware that a knee that's bent like this, you wouldn't get as much of a shape in the knee, like you wouldn't get as much of an indent like this. But I just kind of like how it looks. It's really interesting, like rhythmically, in terms of the shapes. I keep drawing the calves way too high. Oh, that might be nice. There we go. Same for that one. Man's got big, tall calves, love. There we go. Yeah, it's all about making interesting shapes. That's what I'm trying to do here. Just trying to ask myself, you know, does this make sense? Does it look good, etc., etc.? Yeah, I definitely should. What I might do, guys, I might have a stream where I draw like 100 hands live on stream, and I get through all of them. I'm not allowed to stop streaming until all 100 hands are drawn. I guarantee you, when I do this, it will make me better at drawing hands forever. Like, it's just how it works. You know what? That'd be cool, guys. For those of you who are also artists, we could do it together. That'd be fun. Like, as I'm streaming, you do the same thing. You whip out your whatever you draw with. Pencil, paper, Clip Studio, Photoshop, Krita, GIMP, whatever it is you use, you know? There we go. Just pop some shapes in here. Yeah, making him nice and fluffy. Might even keep the fluff coming down the back. I think that could be cool. Yeah, so guys, accessories to the big werewolf. Like the big anthro werewolf. Definitely could do some accessories. Tail. His tail could be going like this. That could be a cute, nice little bit of gesture going on here. Get the tail going. I don't want the tail to take you right away from the canvas. I do want it to curve back a little, like that. Tails, guys, when you're drawing furries, tails are a fantastic way to manipulate where the viewer's eye is going. Way too... Might need a bit more room here. Yeah, possibly. Yeah, whenever I'm constructing something, if it feels a bit difficult to me, and I'm feeling a little bit lost, I know immediately I need to work on that more. And I could argue that it's everything. I mean, yes, yeah, I do need to work on everything. We all do, you know. It's not like you become perfect and you don't ever have to practice anymore. It's always an ongoing never-ending adventure. Yeah. Oh, it's coming together, guys. This is okay. I quite like this. Yeah, I quite like this. All right. It's looking too cool for school. All right. Oh, let me catch up with chat. Let me just wiggle over here. Archine, you may have sent a prime heart emoji. Oh, it was very pretty. And yes, right, we are our own worst critics. So typically, when when people get hateful about my work, or especially when the normies do, and they try to think of their worst burns, it's usually nothing compared to the shit that I kind of hear in my own head about my own work. You know, they'll be like, oh, dude, your ankles look broken, they suck. And then in my head, like the kind of stuff I hear on the daily, oh my lord, I'm not even going to say it. It's so, yeah, it's not nice. But I love drawing, and I'm trying to turn this into something more positive where, you know, if I don't feel good about something that I'm a part of how I draw, I'm just trying to improve it. And a big one for me is the foundational level here. It's the back to basics. It's construction, it's building shapes, you know? Like, this is even more primary. This is even more important than, I mean, obviously it follows along with anatomy, but trying to get the shapes right, get the cylinders, the boxes, the cubes, stuff like that. Just focusing in on shapes. Like, you know, I've been drawing these shapes with the fingers, stuff like that. It's good. It's really good to go back to the basics. Yeah, and thinking on it, I'm realizing, like, every single part of how I draw, obviously, could be improved. So I'm just going to keep doing that. Just going to keep doing that and see where it goes. Needs to be taller, I think. This is also what I get for not using references. So, but it's interesting, guys. So references are really good for helping you obviously learn and improve. And not using references can be a really good way to test yourself. What do you remember? What information has stuck around? So it's not about use references or don't use references. Do both. Have times where you use references and times where you don't. Because both have their own value, but you need to actively know why you're pursuing that method of drawing. So I've seen people where they say, I don't use references, that's cheating. I'm like, you're fucking stupid. But if they say, I'm not using references today, I'm practicing my recall, my memory recall. I want to see what do I actually know without the references. Where am I strong? Where am I weak? In terms of my visual memory, I'd be like, yes, good, keep doing that, well done. So yeah, it's not necessarily about the technique itself, you know, how you approach the drawing, but like what your intention is. Ask yourself why, you know. Give it the old toddler approach. Just constantly ask why. Why are you drawing like this? Why are you why are you using a reference? Why are you not? You know, why is it this pose? You know, what's the goal of this? You know. There we go. Lad's got some abs. Giving him some abs. Some abs. Do we make him thicker? Oh, do we make him thicker? I think we do. I think we make him a bit thicker. This is I quite like this. Yeah, this has been fun. And the great thing, guys, I used to have hand and I used to have hand and tendon problems all the time, like repetitive strain injury, carpal tunnel, stuff like that. Seriously, it was bad. I never get that now. Because I try to take my time more, I try to think more. So the work takes a similar amount of time, but I do less total strokes, less sketching. Less sketch lines in total. Let's do some shoulders. Let's give him some buff shoulders, shall we? So we're going to attempt to do some inner construction here. I'm going to be thinking about the musculature of the shoulder now. And yeah, anywhere where I'm doubting, I'm thinking, so I'm making mental notes constantly. So I've already got a lot of things that I'm thinking I need to focus more on X, Y, Z and more practice and stuff like that. So yes, it could be tempting to be like, okay, let me go get a reference and fix this. But I'm leaving it in as is, as like a visual reminder of where I'm weaker. But now we're getting to like some of the finer details where I'm now kind of building up the anatomy essentially, or attempting to, you know. And that down. There we go. His head might be a smidge big, but okay, we can I can fix that if I merge the layers. Actually, not his head. I just think I need to make his muzzle smaller. Oh, there we go. Look at that. There we are. So let's do the old measuring technique. How we're looking. Yeah, head is a bit big. Okay, let's turn that down a bit. Oh, I never saved this. I should probably save this, shouldn't I? Warm-ups. It is the 13th of April. There we go. Beautiful abs. Okay. Yeah, so I can move things around a little here. These abs should definitely come in a bit more, I think. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and another thing I don't see people doing often enough. You can use blur. Don't be afraid to blur your sketch lines. Instead of erasing them. It could be a really nice way to keep some of the it kind of gives more texture and depth to your sketch. Without having to remove what you've put in. Okay, Archine, you got to rest up. All right. Yeah, it's good seeing you. Thanks for the support. Have a good night. My curves are so flowy. Oh, thank you, right? This is so much higher than anything I could draw. Screw the people saying shit. It's one of those things, like, I think no matter what art level you get to, especially if you're furry, you kind of just have to accept that even if you become really experienced, at the very least, you're still going to get normies saying your shit. Like, it's, yeah. Especially doing Twitch now. I did have a TikTok account, and yeah, they shadow banned it. I don't know why, because I didn't do anything naughty. But yeah, the normie hate. Oh my god, the normie hate was shocking. Usually I don't report accounts, but it's very easy when people are giving death threats. It's like, oh, cool, okay, I will just that actually has a button on this app. You know, usually you'll see a comment, it's just a bit shitty, and you just think, yeah, whatever, grow up. But no, some were so gross. It's like, oh, there's actually a button designed for people like you. So I guess they didn't want their accounts, but yeah, it's one of those things. Happy people, I try not to hold resentment for things like that, because happy people don't behave like that. So I find this a lot. People who are, you know, in quotes, like proud furry hater, they're usually miserable. I've never, in real life or online, in person I should say, I have never met someone who's like a proud furry hater who's happy. They're always so fucking miserable. They're always like, when you learn a little bit about their life and what's going on, they're always fucking miserable. So it's, yeah, like I say, happy people. Sure, you can have someone who really doesn't like the fandom or whatever. They'll have their reasons. Happy people don't spew that kind of like sad misery like online. It just isn't. It just doesn't happen. So it's yeah, when I see those kind of comments, it's usually I'm not angry at the person. I'm just like, well, that's gross. Well, you shouldn't be saying that, because if you say that to the wrong person, you're going to have people who do react to it really badly. So it's not good vibes. But yeah, I had to get used to that a long time ago. I mean, even in the fandom, Jesus, that's some proper roasty toasty negative comments over the years. Dear Lord. But you know, just got to persist, got to keep going. I'm just going to make his back really fluffy. I like that big fluffy back. Is that all the same? Yes, it is the same layer. There we go. Just trying to clean up the sketch work a little here. There we are. Yeah, so some parts of him I've kept quite basic. Like I should probably give him some eyes, maybe some thick eyebrows, you know? That could be fun to do. Definitely make his nose bigger. Holding hands. Oh. Lemony, your character only has 3 fingers, so it'd be fun to... Oh, a three-fingered hand. Okay, let's take an aside here. 3 fingies, just so I don't forget. Yeah, I'll draw a 3-fingy hand. If you're not improving, you've either given up or croaked. Yeah. That's it. It's you know, you have... The thing with improving, though, is there is an element to where you could stop looking at references and parts of your work can still improve. Your process can improve. The way your relationship with what you make can improve. You know, and these are all really good for, like, your mental health as well. But yes, I think for good improvement, you have to really push, like aggressively push to want to actively improve. Which is why I don't get upset if I think not as much these days. If I feel like I'm not where I want to be and my art's not great, it's okay, because the truth is I've not sat in a Sims 4 basement for 10 years doing nothing but drawing. And I've seen artists who do that, where they literally lock themselves away, do nothing but draw for like 16 hours a day every day, and then they're amazing in like 3 years. But it's a huge sacrifice. So it's just about time, you know? Remora, my issue is I can't visualize, so references are always needed. So I used to be like that. Visualization isn't a talent that you either have or you don't have. It's something you can build on. So you know that whole Apple meme of like, oh, how much can you visualize an apple? You know, can you see it in color? Can you fucking apples, you know? Can you close your eyes and imagine the perfect little apple here or whatever, right? I can't do that shit. I can't do that. However, I can think of sometimes really complicated scenes with multiple characters, and I can like move it in my head and like see it from different angles. I realize for me, it's entirely based on what I'm excited about. I can't force it. It just comes to me. And maybe that's like this. Maybe it's like that for other people. So yeah, don't be put off if you feel like there's some genetic component or a mind component that you don't have, because a lot of this you can work on. I never used to be able to do that. I could never just imagine like a pose like this and then rotate it and see how the body might twist and things like that. And it's happening more and more where I can. And when that happens, like it's just a lot easier to draw. Poses come out stronger, you know? It just takes time. Like you can, trust me, you can build that. But a little bit of obsession definitely helps. Otha, resisting the urge to horny post about the current drawing. You may say what you like. Yeah. I don't mind. There we go. Give him some. Okay, guys, chat. He finally has eyes. There we go. I definitely want to give him a more stylized nose. I want to give him like some more boopable nose, you know? I might even just pop a smidge of just a tint here. Just like I said, there you go. Just blending that down. And then we'll put some shapes in. Yeah, noses. I want to improve my nose construction. I feel like noses are a bit of a weak spot for me. So I want to be able to do these better. Again, this is obviously without a reference, so it's showing me, I'm getting live feedback on what I like about how I draw and what I don't, you know? You wouldn't see that right there. I like the muzzle length. I sometimes make canines their muzzle too short. I'm quite glad. I quite like this. Maybe it's a little long, but that's fine. We're experimenting. We're having fun today, guys. I want to make its fur more swirly. There we go. Yeah, guys, we appreciate a good swirl. There we are. Big curly whirly hair. Look at that. There we go. Yeah, the nose will do for now. Let's not overwork it. It's fine. I do want to give him a nice chunky lip. Give him some nice chunk. There we go. Just for now. There we go. Right, so 3 fingies. Yes. Who was asking me about 3 fingies? Was it Lemony? No. The whole point of this, Lemony, is I'm gonna try without any references and see if it's even possible. So let's draw the rough kind of palm shape here. I'm going to try and have some 3D depth to this, so it's a bit more of a challenge. Right, so yeah, 3 fingers. Okay. Yeah, so 3 fingers is something I almost never draw. So let's see how this turns out. Let's see if it requires more practice, which yeah, it very well may do. Oh my god, guys, I'm getting hungry. I think after this stream, I'll have to get some food. I think I'll have to have brunch. Danzo, we need brunch. So I want this finger coming forward a bit, and I want these 2 coming down a little bit more. Maybe have some... Just try and make the pose a bit more complicated. Try and get some overlap going. A bit of twisting. A bit of curving, you know? That. Yeah, I think I could do that, couldn't I? Let's rotate that. So this is always tricky with hands when you start to work in really tight spaces. So I'm taking my time here. I'm trying to build up the hand more. So that needs to be much longer. Trying to build up these shapes with like cubes and cylinders a bit more. Again, yeah, when you get really close like this, it gets tricky. Yeah, I don't like it going that way. It's not a good gesture. Let's keep it simple. You know, if in doubt, keep it simple. And then we can make it prettier later. Yeah, I didn't like how the gesture looked. It wasn't not a good shape. I'll like flip that back. There we go. So what I want to exaggerate is the meatiness of that final digit. There we go. Get a good shape here. Put the knuckles in. Definitely start fading things down. No, I don't want a text layer clip. I do not want a text layer. No, thank you. Yeah, talking about stepping outside your comfort zone. So on live on stream, I've already drawn quite a few things that I have very little experience doing. And it's been fun. And I hope for you guys, it shows you that, you know, if an artist has drawn for, you know, XYZ number of years, that doesn't automatically mean they're going to be amazing at everything. You're going to suck at things you don't draw much. So it's all about expanding your visual library and drawing more variety of things, which is what I'm trying to do, you know? So this should be smaller. There we go. That's just some cute little cafe music we've got going on right now. Rotate these a little. Yeah, this is turning out all right. To say it's a whole digit less than I normally draw. What about 2 fingers? Oh, now you're pushing it. That'd be similar to this, wouldn't it? Like build it out, try and allocate the shapes, get a good gap between them. Okay. Trying to... Oh, guys, I have some good news. I don't think Syncasa's here anymore. So TTS, I dropped the price for TTS. So if I miss your comments and you really want to get it through, TTS is 50 bits now for the minimum instead of 100. But obviously, you know, every little bit helps, guys. So, but yes, you know, I'm only a small streamer, so it's one of those things. It's not like I'm gonna get absolutely flooded with them. So yeah, start off small, you know. I don't want to have a bit more. I just want a bit more shape here on the on the thumb. I don't like the way that looks. So let's let's just change this. Yeah, it's a lot of even drawing hands. It's all just about shapes. You know, we're back to shapes. It's always shapes, guys. You see how long you can spend just drawing like a hand. Oh, hey.
We're
Hi,
just
Kiva.
normal men. We're just innocent men.
We're just innocent men. Thanks for the bits. Thank you. And there we go. We have a three-fingy rat three-finger situation here. There we go. Yeah, it was fun. That was a fun challenge. Yeah, so as you see, it took a bit more time to try and build up the shapes and think out how am I going to make up for that lack of a digit but still make it look interesting to look at. I think it went quite well. I quite like that. Yeah, there we are. Excuse me, shielded you guys from that incredible sneeze. Yes, we have big woofy here. Big werewolfy. I want to make his tail more fluffy. Definitely needs a fluffier tail. Oh, guys, I'm so excited to have a coffee. I swear to God, I cannot wait. It's got the angry bedroom eyes, you know. He's like, look, are you gonna start this fire, or am I gonna have to start a fire in you? You know. I don't know what that means, but it sounds saucy. It sounds nice, kinda. All right. I do like how his feet came out, guys. I do quite like that. How I did the leggy shape like this, and then I did the top plane of the foot here. Got the top plane of the foot paw here, which gives nice ample space on the side. My ankles. I want to work more on those. That's always a tricky one for me, getting a good ankle shape. They're roughly in the right place, but you know we can experiment a bit. You know, it's anthro. We're anthropomorphizing characters here. I'd like to now maybe do a bit more detail on the beans here. Get like that nice right, so let's zoom in here. Let's see how well do I know my canine shapes, because this will probably need work as well. Again, it's artwork. We can exaggerate. We don't have to be perfect, but so often I kind of do this shape with a little bump like that, and then you have the nail on the end, you know. But I'm trying to think a bit more about how that actually comes across. Oh, that's the music. Shit. I thought someone was like hammering outside the house. It's just like it's the music. Yeah, so there's a few things here that I'm thinking, hang on, does it go this way or that way? Does the shape go like this or that? So absolutely something I want to work on more. That's cool. You can kind of get live instant feedback without even needing someone to tell you. Like it's... Yeah, like I say, drawing without a reference serves a purpose, but you have to have a stated goal in mind. And for me right now, it's to see what I am weak at. I'll try and construct this. Here we go. Oh, and this is something that pisses me off all the time. The tangents that can form when you're drawing toes that are like furthest from the camera sometimes. Again, a bit of exaggeration goes a long way. Yeah, there we go. I think that looks okay. Got some fun little shapes here. And look, guys, plenty of room for thick beans. So bean lovers, rise up. It's happening. If I can get the brush to work. That's weird. There we go. Yeah, pad lovers, rise up. Get your beans in chat. There we go. Okay, it's like drawing the hands where I'm just trying to get some shapes here. Think about what works, what I quite like. And then it's all about interesting shapes. You know, because I could keep things simple. I see the art style where it's like this. Where people go like that, and then there you go. That's their paw. And it stops like this, and that's it. And that's totally fine. Like, that's the part of their style. Maybe it's a bit more toony. I like to do a bit of a mix where there's exaggerated toony elements, but I like to push for a smidge of realism, or a smidge more, I should say. I think that's quite nice. I think that's a good bean. Good squishable beans, you know. Leon, it's why you don't openly express your furry. Not 'cause you're afraid. You don't. The man. God, yeah, it's a lot of shit sometimes. But like I say, it's miserable people who leave comments like that. Happy people don't do that. So I try to remind myself of that. It's literally, you know, the whole it's not you, it's me kind of thing. Yeah, it's literally not you, it's them. They're just miserable, and they're just taking it out on something they think is unusual. The fingers, yeah. Folger, are you stuck with beginning a sketch because you wanted to find the perfect ref, then you realise the perfect ref will never exist? Exactly, yeah. So often when I'm working on commissions, I will have an entire screen that's just dedicated to references. It'll literally be kind of like what's that thing? I know there's apps and stuff you can get for it, but it'll literally just be like loads of references like this, and you know, bits for the background, and like here's a zoom of like a nose or something, and here's like a hand doing a thing. Like just so much. Like these ref boards I build are massive. But this is also why I'm doing this, because I use references a lot to try and help me learn. But that's not the only way to learn. So like I said, I want more feedback on what I want to know more. No, I want to be more aware of what I have visually committed to my memory. And references can hide that sometimes. References sometimes just make you just follow along, and you just you learn some things, and that's great. But I think this is important to do as well, to do both. Very handsome puppy, yeah. Hey Rex, thank you for the follow. Oh, I've got a pie right on the elbow. Welcome. We're drawing today. We're drawing. We're talking construction and anatomy and techniques and all sorts. But you have Darken. Oh, hey Darken, how you doing? Good to see you here. Lemony asking about what if I draw a single finger hand? What? And surely we're just back to cylinders, aren't we? Just back to cylinders, you know? Big cylinders full of steam. And sometimes there's like basketballs, you know? Sometimes there are basketball. I don't know what the fuck a basketball looks like. I've just realised. Does it have the lines? Do the lines go all the way around like that on a basketball? So you have two basketballs on a basketball court, you know, and you've got the basket, you got the net like that. Oh, so I know a basketball net, but I can't draw a basketball. Or do they? No, they don't cross contour, do they? Oh, I don't know. Anyway, let's get rid of my steam and basketballs. Oh, you meant 3 fingers in total. Well, you got 3 fingies and a thumb. I mean, I guess I could just whack one off. Hang on. All right, now I'm curious. How possible is it to just do that? To just go like this, and then have a look. Well, it's both fingers I'm going to need to grab, isn't it? Here we go. All right, let's see. We're going to use some liquefy magic once more. Right, the thumb might have to be, yeah, the thumb's gonna have to be bigger, or else it's gonna just look really weird and tiny compared to the bigness of these two. Or maybe, no, maybe I will keep the thumb. Yeah, because if the palm's the same size, that's just how it's gonna be, isn't it? There you go. 2 fingers. 2 fingers and a thumb. Yeah. And that can always be thinned up and changed and messed about. So like that, something like this. Yeah, there you go. 3 fingers, 2 fingers. There we go. Zez, I mean, tangents aren't all bad. Yes, they are. Don't lie. No. Okay, so you can, in very rare circumstances, you can use tangents to distract and draw the viewer's gaze to something. But the problem is you have to be so careful with how you use a tangent, because very easily, the very nature of tangents is they make your 3D drawing like this on a 2D material, a 2D platform, anything. It's all about trying to make shapes look 3D and convincing. And a tangent does the opposite of that. A tangent is like the antithesis of good 3D illusions. So you can use a tangent to draw attention very strongly, but you have to be very careful how you use it. And I've seen artists use it where they justify, like, yes, this is intentional. And I look at it and I think, well, sure, I'm looking at it, but it doesn't look good. So, yeah, maybe I need to learn more about that aspect of them. There's a reason I insist on providing as much when commissioning someone. Yeah. Blondingo, probably a hard question. How to get motivated to keep going with art? You're doing a lot of 3D in recent years, but your job is mentally draining. You have no motivation to open Blender and only YouTube. Okay. So yes, you're feeling mentally drained after work. That's a big one. A lot of people struggle with. So the way I like to do this is simplify, keep things really simple. Don't think of I want to draw a full wolf after work. Maybe pick apart. Okay, let me grab him and start dicking about. Let's make him smaller. Maybe. So you want to ask yourself, like, what right now maybe excites you to draw? Because right now you might need to be leaning more into motivation and excitement, not necessarily discipline, especially if you're mentally drained. Breakdown. Hello, Mystery. Thank you for the follow. We're talking art advice right now. Good to see you. Right, so maybe you want to keep things simple and just do a headshot. You know, maybe you just do the headshot. Or maybe you really, you know, you're feeling abs. You know, maybe you just want to draw some abs. You know, and you can reference, not reference. You know, that like we've talked about earlier today, there are advantages to using references and not using references. You just need to be mindful of why you're doing what you're doing. So break down your tasks, make it really small. Don't think, oh, here's a blank canvas, I need to draw like a whole thing. Just try to make it really simple. Set yourself like 5 or 10 minutes. Maybe ask yourself, only ask 5 minutes of your time. Maybe put a timer down. Yeah, put a 10-minute timer down and try to draw something really fun. Maybe draw something weird, wacky, references, no references, whatever. Try and see how can you get the most enjoyment with drawing out of 10 minutes. And that itself, this has nothing to do with how much you already know how to draw. This is all about the process. This is all about what you're doing to improve your motivation for drawing. And eventually, over months and years, that motivation becomes discipline, where you have this bedrock. It's kind of like, let me get rid of this. For God's sake. Is that on the right layer? Okay. Yeah, when you first start drawing, I swear for a lot of us, it's like this. It's all motivation. That's so, there we go. It's just all motivation to draw. Motivation and hype, you know? But the problem with motivation is if your mood heavily affects this. So it's very, wow, I can't draw M's today, guys. Mood dependent. Okay. The problem with motivation is very mood dependent. So if you feel shit, this is fucked. You know, this is heavily influenced by your mood. Eventually, you do want to work towards having discipline, and that is from having motivation for a long period of sustained time, you know, on the whole. And you start to get this like bedrock where it's like solid. That might have to be in white. So it becomes discipline. Discipline. Shit, have I spelled that wrong? That looks wrong. Discipline. Shit. Danza needs some discipline with this fucking grammar, possibly. And when you have this, you find that you're more consistent, and you don't need to rely on motivation as much to open that canvas, to pick up that pen, to get going. And you know that mood, you know, even if you're not feeling great, you still have that kind of baseline drive to draw, to get to it. But this takes a long time to foster. But this is the same with anything. This is art, exercise, pretty much any human endeavor we do have these kind of the duality of motivation, discipline, and then things that can really influence it as well. So yeah, keep it small. Keep the concept of what you want to do after work. Keep it really small and simple. Especially if your mood's a bit fucked and you're feeling drained. Just do something really, really simple, really fun. Try to min-max. We're going to do some gaming min-maxing. Try to min-max how much enjoyment you can get from drawing something fun in a short time as possible. And that might help foster a really positive relationship where you come home from work and you're actually excited to get drawing. And try different things. So if you're drawing digitally and it's awkward, it's difficult, textures are hard, draw, sketch, you know. Use some charcoals, get weird with it, you know? Oils, pastels, acrylics, watercolor. Just, you don't have to be good at it. Just literally get it out and just start fucking about, you know? So hopefully that helped answer your question there. Or to give you some ideas, you know? What about molars? What about a 6-finger hand? All right, now you're fucking about. I'll give you a 6-finger hand. Wait, can I? Oh no! Oh, every VTuber's worst nightmare. There you go, 6-finger hand. We got there in the end. Darken, you're doing good, just relaxing and packing for a con. Ooh, what convention are you going to? Yeah, I've got a convention in, God, like a month and a half. Yeah, confuzzled. Yeah, April, May. Yeah, late May. Oh. Zez, oddly enough, Elden Ring has a decent example of how that might look. Oh, are we talking what? The what, 6-finger hands or 3-finger hands? Tangents aren't bad. Tangent says, are you talking about literally just drifting into different topics? Are you talking about social tangents? Okay. Sorry, Zez, I thought you was talking about artistic tangents, you know, like you have someone leaning up against a building, but then, like, we're gonna go stick figure. We're going rural with it. We're going, you know, we're getting primitive. But then, like, their arm will be like that. That's a massive arm. Hey Pohimo, thank you for the follow. Yeah, and then you get this. You'll get that. Yeah, they'll be like that. There you go. Gonna give him a tiny wacky little arm here. Give him a little chest, give him a little torso, give him some little... There we go. There we are. Right. Yeah, that I don't mean social tangents. I mean literally tangents in art, like this, like that. This is a bad tangent. You don't want to do that. Flattens your image. It makes things look 2D. And then you have like near tangents where you might have, you know, say you have some kind of egg or cylinder or something, and then you have something that comes really close to it but doesn't quite touch, or maybe it's like this. And things like this can look very distracting to the eye. These aren't as bad, and you can use these to pull people's attention, but sometimes it's not good. Another bad one would be literally when objects that are different. So imagine this is a dinner plate. If you then had another dinner plate that's like this, touching, like that, you now ask yourself, are these connected? Are these actually touching each other? Or are they, are they further back in space? Hey Zephiel, thank you for the follow. We're talking art theory, we're chilling, we're hanging out. It's Monday afternoon in the UK. It's 12:40 in the PM. Hope you guys are having a good time. Yes, whereas if these plates are going back in distance, and there's actual depth, you'd expect something more like this. You still have tangents going on, but especially as you get further away, but not as bad. Maybe it'd be more like this. There you go. And you can see how if we do this and then we do this, is that plates going further away, or are we looking at rocks? Are we looking at rocks that are stacked on top of each other? Do they have a shadow? Is it a shadow of rocks that do this? Whatever, there we go, pop a little shadow in. So that's another example of a tangent that's not good, that fucks up it's not good for making your work look nice in 3D. Oh, big hydrate and stretch. I do need to hydrate, yes. Oh, we're talking about flanges and chat now. We're talking about playing gear. Are we really? Are we doing that? When you do stretches, our belly stretches. Yes, Squishy. So when we do stretches, belly stretches. Oh no, why is my belly not working? There we go. Oh, belly stretches are definitely a part of that. Yeah, so after this stream, I'm going to have a coffee, guys. I'm going to have a coffee. Oh my goodness, we're gurgling, guys. We're gurgling. Yes, we're having a tangent. We're having a social tangent about art tangents. Yes, we are. Yeah. So I think I have time to doodle something else. Get some nice shapes going. So I want to try and the knee. I want to try and simplify the knee into like a nice. So instead of a circle like I tried with the wolf, I want to make the knee a bit more of a complex shape from the start, but only a bit, kind of like a bean, like a squish bean, like this. So I want to see if this helps. Oh, and I've had this idea. I do wonder, when you draw calves coming off of a knee, to what extent can you just come from the center of the knee here and then come down to start the shape of the calf? Calves. The calves. Yeah, that might be too low, actually. Okay, good idea, not great execution. There we go. Oh, you know what? I want to make a big dragon tail. Get some hips in. So often when people draw, they start with the. You often see people starting with the head. My advice, guys, it doesn't always work. Take this with a grain of salt. I often like to start with the hips, because think about if you're drawing a head. And you're drawing a full person. You're drawing a full sassy person or whatever, And they're giving it the old big hip, There we go. If you're drawing a full person like this, if you draw from the head here, if you start from here, as you work down you have to work down the entire body. And I find the further you go, you increase the likelihood that your proportions might get a bit wacky. That you might start to have more issues. But if you start from the torso, or specifically the hips here, if you start from the hips, you now have to work up to the head and down to the feet. Obviously, this doesn't apply for every pose, but I find having a central point to work from, if you are making mistakes with your proportions, I find because you're only traveling half the distance, your errors aren't amplified as much. So guys, try that. If any of you struggle with your proportions getting a bit wacky and you find you constantly have to fix them, try doing that. Try working from the hips and go up and down. Just pop that over there. Actually, no, that might be in the way. I'll pop that over here. There we go. This is fun. The the doodlings, you know, we get some tips in now and again, guys, and I'm always welcome to answer your questions as well. Always happy to see them. Oh, Furdu this weekend, Darken. Nice, cool. Yeah, hope you have a good time. Yeah, Furdu. Oh, and something, when we talk about construction, guys, something that can really help you is to draw out the contour lines of your shapes, of your anatomy. Kind of like as if it was more, what's the word? Like, I was going to say polygonal. No, like a wireframe, like a mesh. So for those of you who know 3D stuff, like Blender and things like that. So what you'll find is if you struggle with this as well, then that's a sign that you need to practice this more. And I need to practice this more. We all need to practice this more, you know? So it looks a bit like you've mummified them, you know? But it can help. It can help you get a feel. Now, what I have seen people do is where you can do something like this, guys. A technique for drawing in like heavy perspective and foreshortened. There we go. Let me just pop a bit of, doesn't have to be that strong. A technique I've seen people do is where, say you have a shoulder and you're going to draw an arm, put a bit of pec in here. Little bit of pec. Okay. So we've got some pecs here and we're going to pop. We want an arm here and foreshortened, and you only want the arm like this. So it looks wacky. The arm looks tiny. All right. So the arm comes up like this, but the forearm's tiny. I've seen people do this where they draw circles like that. Then if you calm that down a little bit. And now again, this will work for some people, not for everyone. But this can help visualize what's happening. And you can follow these lines around like this. This, guys, right here, this is really important. I see a lot of artists who have a lot of years of experience drawing and they can't do this. This is a huge problem. If you can't visualize and build things in depth like this, you're really going to struggle. Because, okay, I'll give you an example right now. Say this lovely wolf here. Oh my God, what good emotes. Oh, very good sketch artist. Okay, say this werewolf here. Say he has stripes on him. Say he's got some Danza stripes on him. I see this mistake happen all the time. So imagine his stripes are just flat across his form. I see people where they'll either do this or they'll like do it wrong. They'll put things the wrong way around. They'll go like this. Or, you know, the way a marking will curve, they'll do this. This is really common, where markings will look like this, like going around. So this might look nice like this, and it'll look like that. This is a huge problem because there's you're missing the acceleration of the kind of curvature as it increases the rate of its turning as it goes under the body. So what you should have is something more like this, like that. Where it can be quite chill here. It's chill, it's not curving much. But as it's curving right towards the bottom, you're getting a fast drop off as it turns around and comes under the leg. Which is what you're seeing here. You see that here as well. So like there's not too much curving here, but then it accelerates and it gets very... Yeah, it turns a lot as it goes under. And that's not always the case. You need to be considerate of what happens when you have a cylinder. Can I do that? There we go. What about when you have a cylinder? And we love drawing cylinders on this channel. What about when you have a cylinder that does something like this? Oh, let's thicken up the cylinder. Actually, we like a good cylinder. There we go. So when you have a cylinder, what happens when you're looking directly at it, and basically the middle line of the cylinder, you're going to get this at some point where it's almost completely flat. And then you have to think about how much, like, what is the curvature? So that would be more than that. What is the curvature of this cylinder as it wraps around, as it goes from left to right, from your vision? See that? That's too much. That'd be less than that. There you go. And this is like you looking dead on at the shape. You start to get the curvature of these lines will start to accelerate. You know, the curvature, the rate of its turning will increase. Like that. There you go. So I try to keep this in mind when I'm doing shading, anatomy, markings, stuff like that. I'll keep that in. I'll pop this mummified cylinder. We like a good cylinder. I'll stick that up there in the ever-growing little experimental zone up there. The evil box peen from Minecraft. Absolutely. Oh, big stretch. Yes, big stretch. Gurgles. Yes, we like a good gurgle. Proportions and drawing at any kind of angles are your bane. Well, there you go. You know what you need to work on, Remora. There we are. That's good. That is really good to know what you feel like you suck at, because a lot of people go through life having no idea of what they need to work on. So that's good. You know, if you feel like that's your weakness when it comes to drawing stuff, now you know what you need to do more of. That's what you know you need to practice more of. So maybe, guys, for those of you who are artistically inclined, while I'm streaming and drawing, you should be. If you have time, you should draw along with me. You should draw too. And if you're on my Discord, you could then share what you finished. There we go. Pop the Discord in. You could share what you finished in the either safer work or not safer work art sections. Yeah, should be nice. I'm going to do some heavily exaggerated chest shapes here. So we're seeing a lot of the inside, the underside of the chest. So I'm going for heavy foreshortening, guys. So I'm thinking about the love handles now. Oh, if we are heavily foreshortened, I can see already that's the chest is way too high. There you go. Oh, you know what would be fun? Let's get the arm going up. Let's get some real stretch over here on this side. So we're gonna really get the shoulder coming up here. Let's move this along a bit. So again, trying to keep shapes simple for now. You can see I'm roughly simplifying the shoulders here into these kind of little broken rectangles, pointy rectangles almost, you know? Exaggerate some big, we can get some big buns, some big pec buns going, you know? There we go. Just trying to work in some nice shapes here, you know. So with the shoulder, I imagine the underside, because obviously you have like you have the top of the shoulder, you have the trapezius, you have the back muscles that start to show. So sometimes I do like to do this. I envision the shoulder like this as it comes up into the pec here. You have the shoulder here, and you have the pec here. I try to make sure there's a good mass, a good connection point for the arm. And again, this is something I need to experiment with more. I want more practice with. So sometimes it feels like a bit of a weakness of mine. So definitely something I'd want to practice more. But yeah, I quite like doing that. So from the shoulder like this and over here, I imagine, especially if the character's a bit more buff, that's where I imagine you kind of get the mass of the full shoulder forming, and then you see some of the back coming through. Oh, do we do a tricky head? Do we do a tricky head angle? Kiva, I'm not sure how to draw huskies. Can you do a detailed drawing one? Oh, right now to help. Okay, yeah. Kiva, if you come over and make me a coffee, I will. You drive all the way over. Remora, yeah, but as I said before, I can't visualize, and step one for a lot of people is to imagine like this. Hey Astrid, thanks for the follow, welcome. So, Remora, when I first started drawing, I couldn't like I was saying, I couldn't visualize anything. So my advice is definitely to practice on building these basic shapes. And when I say basic shapes, I don't mean all this. No, it's just getting silly. I'm literally talking about practice drawing your cylinders, your cubes, your rectangles, just everything in perspective. And it takes time. So you can really break this down. So this, again, if you're wondering like how the hell did I just do that? This is technically incorrect, but it serves a point for the demonstration. You can start by drawing a line like this, and you can build up perspective grids. You can learn about like advance your knowledge on perspective lines, horizons, vanishing points, things like that. And there's many different types. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 point vanishing. Perspective rules of it builds up over time, but a typical one you see to start with is a nice single point, 1 point vanishing, right, like right there. And you don't have to worry about the vanishing points up here. You don't have to worry about the sky or the ground. You just keep things parallel, keep things nice and just straight across like this. Have a single point. And then so that you just try and keep things nice and simple. Maybe, and it goes all the way up like this. Just keep things nice like this. And this is where it starts. This is where the illusion of creating something 3D in a 2D space starts. And with this is highly technical. We're following like mathematical lines. This isn't like a reference or me having to think about it in my head. I'm following like the rail lines, the grid here, And again, I remember when I first started doing this was difficult as shit. This was not easy. One thing that I like about my artistic journey is I remember so much of the struggle, and it is so hard, guys. It's not easy, okay? But if you are thirsty enough, if you are hungry and a bit obsessed, like when you will keep practicing that, okay? And if you suck at it, you just have to keep going. We all sucked at it. I like I said earlier, I still feel like I suck. It's those feelings may never go away, but you without getting into that whole conversation again, that's a tangent in itself. Essentially, it's about being acceptable, accepting that you might have negative feelings about your work, the value of what you create. Oh, right in the back. Hey, Nox. Welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yes, you... Oh, who just gave me bits? Oh, St. Kaiser, thank you. Oh.
Hooray. TTS is now cheaper. Dansid 1 celebrate thanks Danza. Kozik's a love. I'm looking forward to the American Truck Sim.
Oh, the American Truck Sim, yeah. Thank you for the bits, Senkoza. Yes, the American Truck Sim. So, guys, after doing that horror experience last night, I have definitely realised American Truck Sim ain't too bad. It's certainly, like I said, it upset me because, so I've got a 3070 Ti and my CPU is a bit old. It's like 4 or 5 years old. 5 years old, I think. And it upset me because I have loads of beautiful mods for American Truck Sim that really enhance the graphics way beyond the original game. So I've had to turn them all off, unfortunately. But the game still works. So if you guys are interested in a nice, cozy American Truck Simming experience, I might do that. But yes, with our artwork, bit of a tangent here, talking about how we feel about our work. It's over time, you want to foster a relationship mentally where you can accept that, your work isn't where you want it to be. Maybe you don't feel great about where it's at, but you want to have a relationship with yourself, with your work, where you don't let that drag down the value of you as a person. To summarize that entire conversation. And that takes time as well. Because like I said, I've been doing this a long time, and I have some very, very negative feelings, we'll just say, about my work. And those feelings sometimes don't go away. But it's about not letting that get you down, and instead using that to motivate you to try to address those issues. So I want to draw the mouth open. I want a big open mouth. So I'm going to do the hinge technique where I'm trying to visualize, guys. Trying to visualize like a door hinge, doing this, opening and closing. Then I'm going to go like this. So now we're working with a whole new perspective angle here. So I like this. I drew the shape in, I drew the circle in for the head and proceeded to ignore it because the you know, I'm drawing in quite an extreme angle here. But you can see, look at all these little lines going on, all these little sketch lines, these construction lines. So they're very useful. You know, it's good to learn this stuff. Like I say, guys, it's vital. You really should. It takes time and it's hard. It's not easy. It can be frustrating. But my God, guys, the more you learn, the easier some of this foundational stuff will get, and things that you used to find really frustrating can end up being really fun. How's that arm looking? Yeah, it's looking okay. Yeah, it's looking alright. Molars, foreshortening is a big problem for me. It doesn't make any sense. So hopefully, Molars, you saw my little tutorial there about the squiggly arms, where we had a shoulder here, and went like this, and then you build that along like this, and you kind of have your cylinder and a bit of foreshortening. You can do it where say it's coming really close to you. It's not even that far. Kind of like springs. You're kind of like drawing springs. And that in itself is something you'll have to practice. So doing this will take a bit of time to get good at. You know, what if it gets smaller? You know, that these don't just come naturally, normally to people. It takes a bit of time. So again, guys, you got to be patient with yourself. Don't expect to smash this immediately and like to do really well. You know, it takes time. That's one of the big things I find these days. Is people don't give themselves enough time, enough credit, enough patience, you know? Enough patience. Yeah, or like, you know, it's... We all know we're not going to get perfect at something overnight, right? But I think a lot of people don't see the progress they want and then they give up. And guys, I'm telling you, your persistence will out-compete any other metric for skill. You just have to be persistent, and it really is a case of not giving up. But you also have to trust the process, and a part of the process is to keep seeking out new knowledge, new techniques, new ideas. What's the saying? If you always do what you've always done, you'll always get what you've always got. So if you don't innovate and try new techniques, new methods of doing things, it's difficult to grow artistically and just in general. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I'm attempting to build up the head here in a way I have never done before. So this could be an absolute train wreck. Well, I'm here for it, guys. This is fascinating. I want to see where this takes me. Yeah, this is wacky. That's the problem. I didn't leave enough space. I sometimes do that. I sometimes don't leave enough space on the neck. Means this can all come in. I also really enjoy using, as you guys may know by now, I really enjoy using the Liquify tool. Yeah, it can help. Using something like the Liquify tool where you can push and pull things around can be a really good way to get a feel for if something feels right to you. Oh, hey Max Tygon, thanks for the follow. Yeah, we're talking some real art theory up in here today. We're talking foreshortening, perspective, grids, building your visual library, you know? Doodle the thick boy. And then we're just fiddling around with some foreshortening. And I'm trying to draw a head shape I almost never draw. So I'm so far out of my comfort zone here. So I'm trying new techniques. And it's good fun. Yeah, that lower jaw is obscene. That needs to come in. That's why, look, I cut this upper jaw, like I cut that off. There we go. I messed up there. We can just bring it all in a bit. There we go. Oh, oh, I wanted to make them like a dragon, didn't I? Yeah, I gave them a massive tail. Okay. So same thing like with like the horns. So I'm going to build the horns off the skull, and then build like a rounded shape, you know, like a foundation to the horn for the horn to sit in. So I want to give him some. Let's give him some upward pointing horns. Yeah, that could be fun. And then this is where it gets very visual, and it can be tricky. I'm now trying to visualize where his other horn is, and we're now trying to think about the perspective here. So I think you might see a bit of the other horn coming through like this, as it wraps around like that from the other side of the skull that we can't see. Oh, I love this chill music, guys. Coffee lounge vibes. But yes, thank you again, Senkaiser, for the bits, guys. I really appreciate you, and your support has been overwhelming. You know, like I say, I'm doing this. I'm streaming for my own mental health, and I'm doing it to try and help you guys as well. Because we don't need anyone. We know that the world is a shit right now. And I just want to try and bring a bit more positivity, you know? Just try and put something good out there. Try and just make something enjoyable for you guys to engage with. Oh. A little bit. Oh, there you are, Amora. Oh, thank you for the follow. Senkaiser, I'm already downloading the game. Are we going to play today or when? Oh, I have no idea. I will announce when I do. I don't know how. So my game's heavily modded. So that's going to require a whole... I don't know if the mods work in multiplayer. So I don't know how that's going to work. I think what I will do, Senkaiser, okay, I need to make sure the game works properly when I'm streaming. So I think my first stream, I'll do it solo and I'll relax with you guys. You guys can give me ideas on like mods and things that I can do. And then we'll try and organize it. If it goes well and you guys want to see more of that, then we can organize doing like co-op and stuff. But I need to put my mod list in chat. There's a lot of prep. There's a lot of prep that goes on behind the scenes of these streams, especially when it comes to multiplayer. So yeah, I need to get things ready for that. It'll take a while. But yes, one step at a time. Otha, I also just remembered it's Neil banging out the tunes day. What the fuck does that mean? Neil. Oh, I like it. That sounds good. Neil banging out the tunes. Danza, I want to see the butt, the peony, the balls, the face, all in the same shot. Okay, Kiva. There we go. Here's your modern art. Here's your modern art, Kiva. There we go. I'm gonna give you some modern art here. There's your modern art, and then we got some beans. We give you some beans, and then give some shapes. There you go. And then the back and all the anatomy all at once. There you go. Like a quantum squiggle. There you go. How to get free YCH? Well, I've been doing free sketches in my streams, but I've just not been. I might stop announcing that I'm doing free sketches and just do them. So I want to experiment with doing that where I reward people for coming to the stream. Shit, speaking of stream, I already realized I've gone way over the 2 hours that I set for this morning stream. However, guys, it's been really fun answering your questions and just built. So yeah, I realize I am warming up to this. I'm getting faster at this. So this isn't bad. Like we went in quite hard. Oh, Operation Dizzy, hello. Thank you for the raid. I think my mods are asleep. Let me give you a shout out. Operation Dizzy. Shout out. Ba, ba, ba. There we go. That should work. Hope so. Thank you. Hello, Raiders. Hi, my name's Danza Dragon. I'm a full-time furry artist and a gamer as well. And I do sketchy art streams in the morning. I answer your questions. I've been doing this for a long time. I've been a full-time artist now for about 15 years or so, and I've been streaming for 3 weeks. So we've been talking about perspective, anatomy, construction, the philosophy of why we draw. You know, a lot of the nice mental health stuff to help keep you motivated and happy. And yeah, I've got some. I play wacky games in the evening. Yeah, so welcome. Hello, guys. How did your stream go, Dizzy? What did you get up to? Gonna catch you in a bubble net. Oh, blueberry. You're gonna catch the blueberry in a bubble net, really? All right. Good luck. Oh, Dizzy is great. Hi, Dizzy. Yeah, hello. Remora, technically possible with the overshot. Ah, yeah. See, there you go, Remora. See, you're already visualizing. There you go. You're thinking about what kind of angles would work camera-wise to kind of tick all those boxes, you know? Sketchy, sketchy. Catch me in a bubble net, indeed. Oh, big pirate on the horn. Kiru, Ramka, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yeah, it's good to see you guys. I hope you're having a lovely day. Yeah, it is just past 1 p.m. here in the UK. The sun is still out, so I'm going to go for a run later. Yeah, and we've been practicing some difficult shapes, and it's been fun. It's been good fun. Yeah, so it's all been about practicing construction shapes today and looking into new ideas. Hey, Rune, thanks for the follow. I wanted to draw a dragon. There we go. So a dragon is being drawn. I love this coffee music. This coffee cafe vibes, guys. Let's pull that in a little. Yeah, I love using the liquify brush. So good. There you go, little horn, little nostril in there. Dizzy, it was a fun stream. Played some DVD. It's in Dragon Ball's. Wait, DVD? What's DVD? DVD. The bubble net is because I'm a humpback whale. Oh, cool. Lovely. That is quite a rare species. Well, welcome. Very nice. Now, do you have an anthroform or like I was gonna say quad? Is it like anthro or feral or both? You know, like for my dragon, I have both. I have both anthro and feral forms. And I often get lazy and don't draw my wings when I should. I'm a bad dragon, you know. Remora, nice. You can't really visualize your condition that prevents you. Okay, fair. Yes, there is. Yeah, I can't remember the name of that, but yes, that is definitely yeah, it's a condition. But you like I say, you can work around that. There are tricks to that, and again, that can be to do with when you're drawing Remora, that you build. This is really good for you to see actually construction like this. Hey, Phoenix. Oh, good pie right in the arm. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. Yes, Remora. Building like this, think of it like you're building like with Legos. You're constructing, you're building like, you know, your own delicious furry Barbie dolls. Doing this physically where you build and construct and you add on the screen, on the paper, etc., etc. That this will help you. I guarantee it. Because I've spoken to people with, again, I'm sorry, I can't remember the name of the condition, but where you can't visualize anything. This can really help, and it just takes time, you know. We can't help the cards we're dealt, but you shouldn't ever let that, you shouldn't ever let that get in your way, or to like stop your motivations to try. Oh, I'm aphantasia, that's it. Yeah. Oh, it's annoying when you want to be an artist. So I used to think I had that. Because I couldn't visualize anything at all. And now, many years on, there are things that I can visualize. And now I'm not saying that's going to be anything like what you experience, but it's one of those things that I think there will be ways to work around this. There will be ways to kind of there'll be techniques that you can use to help you kind of overcome that difficulty, But yes, it won't be easy, but artwork isn't easy. Of course it's not. It's one of the it's such a difficult thing to do. But it's the joy's in the process, not the end result. Okay, so is this dragon yawning or about to like eat that hand? Is he yawning or is he going to eat someone tiny? Is this going to be nom? Are we getting into the nom hours now? Hey Raccoon, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Okay. So I'm trying to visualize the tongue here, and I think, yeah, just drawing the bottom of the tongue helps. Trying to get a nice twist to it. There we go. Oh, I'm getting hungry and I'm drawing Nami dragons. Oh, goodness. Deploying kisses. Hey, Cooper. How you doing? Secure Bird, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Hi. Hello, guys. Yeah, it's good to see you guys in here. Happy Monday. I hope you are doing well, wherever you are. Dizzy, you follow me on Blue Sky. It was cool to raid in. Oh, awesome. Yeah, thank you. It's good to have you here. Yeah, I'll check out your channel when I'm done with the stream as well. Yeah, it'll be good to see what you've been getting up to. Anthro digigrade legs. Okay, in a whale form. Oh, very cool. Okay, yeah, I definitely want to see that. Very nice. Bite the hand that feeds you. Could be feeding him micros, or maybe like a giant watermelon, or maybe that apple like we were just saying. I still can't visualize. So I could try and draw one, but I cannot for the life of me visualize an apple in my head. But also I don't draw apples often. I do wonder if I drew apples all the time, would that change? There you go. It's been a healthy dragon, getting their one of their 5 a day, Yeah, there we go. Fun. Stink. Wow. Okay. All right, Coop. Goodness. You're replying to Dizzy. I thought you were calling me stinky. I smell like delicious blueberries and other things if I've been to the gym. For those of you who like good sense, But it's only 1 p.m. It's not the time to get into that. It's too early. Exactly. Yeah, that's it. Secure Bird. It's about the journey, not the destination. It's about just having a nice time, and not what the result is. But enjoying the journey more applies to like everything in life. If you can enjoy the journey more, you genuinely will just have more enjoyment from life. I'm so hungry. I had a tiny flapjack earlier, and I'm redlining, so I'll have to go get some food in a bit. I should probably give the dragon some chompers, yeah? Give him some chompers. If I rotate it, I'll probably... Oh, okay. I was going to say I probably won't be happy with how this looks. That looks alright. There we are. Alright, let's... Chomp City, baby! Just giving that other... So, for example, something like this I can do without much construction because I've drawn so many mouths over the years. But even still, if I start building this all up and do like gum shapes and construct all of this, it will improve it further. It will help. Let me make a new layer. This is the artist's barely disguised interest, you know? So let me just need some depth, you know? Guys, you know what I mean. Gotta have some good depth here. Gotta get some good mouth shapes going on. There we go. You would see some of his teeth over here. You would definitely see some. Oh, there you are, Dizzy. Thank you for the follow. Good pie indeed. But yeah, I don't think you would see all the teeth because of just how extreme this angle is. So I'm just going to keep it simple for now. Just keep it simple like that. There we go. Yeah, there we go. Dragon. A dragon's going in for that apple. There we are. Hungry boy. Where's his other hand going? His other arm, rather. I guess it's coming here. And they can come up like this. Alright, we're going to try drawing a hand in a weird... There we go. Difficult angle indeed. It's going to be even more foreshortened than the last hand we drew. It's already too scratchy. Alright, gotta tone that down. Gotta focus up and try and draw some nice... We need confident shapes, guys, is what we need. Just stylize things a little bit. There we go, I think that'll do. Go. Okay. Max Tygon, drawing is more about the decisions we make while drawing than visualizing. Exactly. Yeah. And oh my goodness, absolutely. The final artwork is often very different to how we envisioned it starting. Absolutely. Yeah, like a lot of what I do. So this hand here, this hand that I drew, I didn't visualize this in my head or anything. That is just a mixture of experience from drawing lots of hands. And even then, it's not come out perfectly. There's many things I'm sure I could fix about it. But it's also muscle memory as well. And I think we don't give muscle memory enough credit. Where did that layer go? Where's that layer gone? Jesus. Is it here? There we go. Okay, this might make a weird tangent, but we might be okay. It's a weird tangent. Uh-oh. SpaghettiOs and all of that. If I do this, I can fix it. There we go. Sure. There we are. Alright, so we've got a dragon who's got some stripy leggies. We were talking about the curvature of foreshortened objects earlier. You're a fruit and you're also jealous. Oh, yes, here we go. I'll just get some, hang on. Just for you guys, just for you mouth enjoys in chat. Let's make a new... I think you know where this is going. There we go. We're going to get some shine. Get some reflections going. Get some nice shapes, yeah. All about nice shapes, guys. It's always the case. This is my first time drawing fluids, like practicing shine and reflections on stream. some little bubbles in there. There you go. This is the artist's barely disguised interest, you know. Yeah, there we go. I always like drawing. I always enjoy drawing details and Easter eggs and stuff like that. It's a lot of fun. Oh, right in the elbow. Hey, Shark. Thanks for the follow. Welcome. We're enjoying a nice chill Monday morning. Monday afternoon, rather. There we go. I could probably crop this, can't I? Look at that. Didn't even use all the canvas. The canvas is 5 by 5,000 pixels, so it's quite a large canvas. Trim that down some more, can't I? Why is that laggy? Jesus. Have I broken my graphics card or something? Oh. Oh my lord, chat is popping off. Remora, you're in the middle ground of being able to draw on front on but no other angles. Yeah, so you'll have to start expanding the knowledge, you know? 3 kobolds in a trench coat, that's a perfect name. Hello, welcome. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, so building up your knowledge of different angles, Remora, much like an animation that flips from one to another, like a different angle, it will help you build up your knowledge. Hey, Ammo, how you doing? Ammo DPSI, thanks for the follow. It'll help build up your knowledge, Remora, of how, like, it might enable you to start to imagine those kind of in-between angles. So if you get really good at the front plane, the side plane, and you start doing 3/4, it might start to help bring understanding to how you can start to twist and move things around more. It certainly did for me. Oh, dude, fluid dynamics go hard in a good doodle. Oh, we do like... Yeah, I do like good shine, wetness, just contrasted texture is really nice artistically. Oh, speaking of, let's give his eyes the wet treatment. That sounds really weird, but trust me, guys, you'll see what I mean. Give him the old wet treatment. Just a smidge is all it takes. There we go. Oh, I love Satisfactory. Yeah, I love decorating Satisfactory, but oh my god, Kiva, it takes so long. It takes so goddamn long. Oh, that's a game I'd love to play Satisfactory on stream, but I need a more powerful computer or a streaming PC or both. Like the amount of resources all these hands and this face take up, you know. But yes, that'd be really fun to have a Satisfactory multiplayer stream where we have like 10 of us just building an empire. What is the multiplayer limit for Satisfactory? It's at least 4. Is it 8? It might be 8 or more. Oh yeah, wouldn't that be fun? Satisfactory multiplayer, and we all get together and build like speedrun a beautiful sexy factory. Yeah. But yeah, 3 kobolds in a trench coat. Welcome. Hello, all the new followers today. It's so good to see you guys here. Yeah, I am your Blueberry host. I'm Danza Dragon, full-time artist, and yeah, we do morning chill art streams, and then we do evening gaming, sometimes chaotic streams, so that you get to see the duality of the Blueberry. We have the morning chill time like this, and then you have me screaming for fear of my life when I'm getting chased by demons and just dicking about in like heavily modded games, you know. Remora, my issue is people over say imagine turning the shape. Exactly, yes, you need to figure it out technically first, Remora. That's what I did. One of my first things I did as an artist was I purchased a DVD collection. I'm showing my age now. Called The Anatomy of Man by, I think it was Revan Phoenix. And it was so technical. It was insanely technical to where he was... Oh, Sankeza! Oh!
Why does the dragon eat an apple and not a blueberry? Kojik's a think.
Oh my god, yeah. Well, because I'm not dinner. The apple is dinner, alright? Oh, thank you for the bits. Thank you. Yeah, blueberry. Oh, just a okay. Hang on. Maybe he's got a pack of blueberries waiting for him in his future. You know? Why is that not 100%? There we go. Maybe he's got like a punnet, as they say, of blueberries. They have that little lid, don't they? The little curved lid with all the holes in. And it's just full of blueberries. If in doubt, guys, if you need to draw something really complicated, if in doubt, just draw loads of squiggles and then draw like 6 of them detailed. Look at that, guys. Now we have an entire cost of living crisis style box of blueberries where the box is only half fucking full. There we go. They have that weird pad underneath them sometimes. They have like the sanitary pad underneath the blueberries, you know, to like collect the moisture. Okay, we're going to make this box less crisis coded. There we go. Look at that. Now it's a full box for $1. There we go. $1 blueberries. There we go. That's okay. Okay, look, see guys, we here. That is of everything I've drawn here, that is the biggest fantasy. A $1 box of blueberries. That is the biggest fantasy of everything here. Oh, Lord. Big box. It'll be a big box. Oh, your internet's dying, Ammo. No. Oh, Dingo, so close to the extravaganza. Ah, so close. Yo, Tesco Blues, absolutely. Good morning, Cinder. How you doing? Morning. Well, it's afternoon for me, but yes, good morning. Yes. So, guys, I am probably going to wind things down a bit. I need to have some brunch. I had a flapjack, and that's all I've eaten today. So we aim to go for about 2 hours in the morning. We go from 11 a.m. British summertime to about 1 p.m. So that was about half an hour ago. So guys, thank you so much. I'd like to say thank you so much for your support today. Thank you for following along. Thank you for the bits and the subs. It all helps. It all helps me towards the many tiered goals that I have. I really should build a roadmap of what I want to do with the support that you guys are giving me in terms of like the donations, the bits, things like that. But yes, it's all going back into like hardware to make things better. So I have loads of animations that I built and I don't have the keys to have them running. So I think the next big thing is a Stream Deck. And then we can have really nice face tracking. I can have much more vastly improved face tracking as well. So yeah, we have fun things to look forward to, guys. Oh yes, yeah. I hope I answered your questions today, guys. I hope I gave you some motivation for those of you who are creatively inclined. It doesn't have to just be artwork. A lot of what I've said today applies to writing, music, coding, pottery work, DIY. When we're talking about motivation and discipline, things like that, it's very universal. Right, let's have a looky-loo. Let's see what friends are online. Let's see if we can go knock on a friend's door and say hello. Oh, speaking of creative stuff, okay, yeah, let's go say hello to Cub the Char. She is just as chatty as me. She's a full-time fursuit maker and she's working on fursuits right now. So that's one reason I recommend her, because if you guys are here and you enjoy hanging out and chatting and talking, I love doing this with Twitch. I love engaging with you guys. And I think one of the most important things about Twitch is that it's live. So we can talk right now. It's real. It's happening. So I try to lean into that a lot, guys, So I'd like to say again, thank you so much for joining me today in the Blueberry Experience. I'll be back again tomorrow morning, same time, 11 a.m. BST. So see you guys soon. And I'll see you over there at Cub the Char stream. Have a lovely day, guys. Bye. Bye.